Hi guys, I'm Samshine and welcome to my art channel. Today I am going to be reviewing this Ikea Mala set. So these are marker pens and I do believe this is more in mind for children rather than professional artwork. But I believe that you can use art for all purposes, adults and children. So together we can have a look and see how useful these pens will be. In this set, there are 24 markers. I was shopping in Ikea and I just saw it randomly in a basket and I thought to myself, you know what? I love art. I'm going to try these out. They were only £4. So for £4 for a set of 24, it's actually quite a good deal. The only thing is, I really don't know much about them. They were just in the shop and I just picked it up, like I said. But just look at the wide variety of colours. It's amazing. We've got a black there. We've got greys. We've got nudes, colours, browns that you can use for skin tones, hopefully. There's different greens you can use for nature-based artwork and blues. Then we've got our yellows, reds, oranges, pinks and purple, so it's a wide spectrum across the rainbow. With the wrapping, once you've opened it, it's open. I went online to try and get more information from their website, and it does seem that Mala is like a sort of desk and office and stationery part of IKEA, so it's not specifically the name of these markers, it's more the department. I mean, there's a photo there actually of how thick the marker is. It seems to be able to do two lines. You've got the thick line there with the fine, which is amazing. This is for over 3-year-olds. On the website, I read some good facts about this. Is that one, it's non-toxic, and two, if you leave it without the lid on for up to 3 days, it shouldn't dry out, which is really great. Like I said, I believe these were designed more for children, but I'm going to try and create some fun artwork today. I'm currently doing a series at the moment, 100 portraits in 100 days. This is the sketchbook for it, and I am a long way from 100. It's actually quite a difficult challenge that I'm doing at the moment. I'm up to number 8. This is going to be number 9. So I've got a nice blank empty page here. This is a Ohuhu Marker Pad sketchbook. What's been great so far is this Ohuhu sketchbook hasn't had any bleed through just yet. But I know that when I do eventually start doing their alcohol markers, that will go through the page. These ones are not alcohol markers, but as you can see, it doesn't go through the page. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever if these IKEA markers are waterproof, if they bleed. The website didn't say anything at all. So I am completely in new territory and have no idea what's going to happen when I use these. I'm hoping that the artwork will come out okay, I hope. So I've decided what I'm going to do is, I seem to have a flower theme going on. It's a really good way to have a look at all the colours. I will make a swatch as well. These are the swatches for the IKEA markers. So there's 24 in a set. I have a bright light on here so that you can see in detail all the different colours. As you can see, you're able to, with each marker, have a thick line and a finer line, as the pen does have a fine tip. So you can get 2 widths with each marker. And there's such a variety here. You have like lighter colours and darker colours of the same shade. So purple, there's a light and dark, there's a light and dark pink, light and dark greens. Same also with the blues and the reds, and you get a black and you get some greys as well. I'm going to do a small portrait here, and I'm going to do a humongous big afro, and inside the afro there's going to be lots and lots of different coloured flowers, which we are going to create with each one of these. I don't know what to do with this spectrum of the colours, because we've got the blacks there, the greys, they don't really make great flowers, and the browns and so on. So I'm going to have to try and figure out a way to use these. I might use it in the background, I don't know. I do expect that it's going to have bleed through. I think it's better to prepare for that as much as possible. So when you buy this sketchbook, you actually get this backing film that you can put behind your page, and it stops it going through to this side. It will go through this side if it does bleed through, but I mean, you can prevent it going through to the other pages. so that you can still use them. So I am expecting it may go through. And also what's good is that I didn't do artwork on this side where there's artwork behind this. So it's good to bear in mind if you're doing a blank page in your sketchbook and you don't want it to ruin any previous artwork you might have. I'm doing the right side. So if I'd been doing it here, it would probably ruin my artwork on the other side. I'm just going to do some pencil sketching to begin with and leave lots of space for the florals that are going to be in her hair. And let's try and make something fun. Okay guys, so I have started drawing the beginnings of this sketch. You know something, this is quite funny. She's looking up thinking, what is on my head? Oh my goodness, what have they done to me? What is somebody putting in my hair? So I think I might actually draw something more than flowers. Maybe she has a caterpillar or something, I don't know, something fun and silly. I now am a bit worried about these markers because I was going to colour her face in, but I think I might end up ruining it. I don't know. I'm going to tear this plastic off and let's reassemble these. Which one shall we go for? Let's go for purple. That looks like a really nice colour and it's the first one in the tray. So here we go. There's a look at the pen itself. That's the base and that's the top. There's no number, there's no colour name. You can call it whatever you like. Light purple, mid purple, or is it even pink? A very dark pink. I think it's a mid sort of lighter purple. And then it's got Mala, the brand name from Ikea on there. And there's the lid if you want to see what it looks like closer. This now is the tip of the marker pen there. guys, so I have finished doing it. What do you think? Let me put the light on because it is a little bit dark in here. It's actually raining heavy outside. So the light is very grey and dark at the moment. With the ink, I definitely prefer this side. As you can see, I've inked some of the flowers and the petals, and I kind of like it. I'm really impressed that these are IKEA markers. I would never think that you could just spend £4 on some cheap markers and you can create some good artwork with it. I don't think the markers will last long, but that's okay. Over here, this didn't turn out as well as I had hoped. I ended up using a brush marker. So it's just literally says B for brush, and this is a Faber-Castell brush, so it's a thicker marker tip, whereas this is thinner. This was 0.2, and I left this side. I didn't really get into the details of the leaves and the stem as I did over here, which I prefer, because I like with a sketchbook that you can look back and you can see techniques that you like and don't like. It's not all about creating amazing artwork. Sometimes you just need to experiment, and it's important to see what you find works for you, but also what doesn't work. And also, we're going to just ignore this deranged looking bumblebee. Just I don't know what happened there. That kind of just didn't work out as I'd hoped. I was making it too cartoony, and then I tried to improve it, and it got worse. I'm paying too much attention to Mr. Bumblebee. We're just going to pretend that he's not there. But yeah, she's looking up in the end because there's a deranged bumblebee in her hair. That's the garden. So I'm going to leave it here now. I realised what I didn't do is check how the blending goes, because all of the colours, I've just used them on their own. I know when I first started, I can't remember which one it was now, I did try and attempt, I think it was this one, to blend the purple and the pink, but it really doesn't blend that well. Okay, so I've got some plain paper here from my sketchbook, and this is a brown and a yellow, which kind of go, not really, but I've got a darker colour and a lighter colour. Actually, let me start with the light. Like this yellow, by the way, the IKEA markers, they're much lighter, I would say, than they appear to be from the pen. Like, look at this yellow. It actually looks darker in person, I've realised, than on camera. When you pull it onto the page, it's really bright, like compared to the actual colour of the marker packaging. So we just got some yellow there. And let's put some brown next to it. This looks quite dark actually. Let me zoom in. And let's see how this goes. I'll use the yellow. It's probably not the best way. Yeah, this is not something that you would really blend, I don't think. Because if you use alcohol markers, I find that they're far more blendable. Like, just look at that. It's not really happening, is it? If I try and put the, actually I need to try and clean that as well. The tip seems to be intact, not too much brown on it, but yeah, you can't go dark onto the light. It's just not going to work. So these aren't blendable. I wouldn't say they are. I know there's people that use different techniques that you could try and blend them. So I have two purples that are closer in colour, a darker and a lighter purple. So let me start with the lighter purple. As you can also see, there's some like bits that come out. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's the paper. I think it's the colour as well. That's gone through actually. Just there. Oh, actually, it's that middle area. Oops. So that middle area there, that's actually gone through onto the other side of the sketch paper, which I didn't think that would happen. So it's the same sketch paper as the drawing I've just done. So okay, this is the darker purple. They complement each other, but as you can see, that middle area doesn't really blend, does it? I mean, it's still wet. Let's see if it looks a bit different once it dries. You can try and find different techniques, but I wouldn't really consider that blendable. I don't know. Let's just do a heart. There's a lot of bits in this. Can you see that? I don't know what's happened. So there we go. I mean, I wouldn't know how to try and blend that area there. Yeah, that's not really gonna look great, is it? This is dry now. So that's the best it can do. It's dry now. But it's good to see that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That was really fun doing this. I really do like these markers. I mean, they're not something that I would use all of the time. They are probably great for doing backgrounds, if you're just going to use a block color. But they do leave, if you look here, they leave the marks of how you use the pen. I really like the way the flowers turned out though. I'm quite impressed with that. So I would only use it for if maybe I ran out of my other markers, if the colors had faded or weren't working. I would just quickly maybe grab an Ikea one. I wouldn't have any problem in doing that, just to do something like this. It doesn't go through the page as well, which is fantastic. So I think it's really great for sketchbook work, perhaps not professional work. And of course for children, I think it's fantastic. I'm sure they'd have a lot of fun with it. It's very affordable. £4 is a bargain. So great. I hope you found this review useful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a question down below in the comments. I am currently doing 100 portraits in 100 days, an art challenge I'm doing. This is actually portrait number 9. So I'm just going to put a 9 there because I want to number them right up until 100. And actually, let me just write here that this was IKEA, so that I can remember when I look back where I got the materials from. So do subscribe if you'd like to see more art videos, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!